I'm Elizabeth Harper. I'm here with this month's crystal messages. So this month there is this sense of movement, of course. It's November, it's an 11 month, it's 3 years, so we've got that 14 vibration, and the 14 energy is 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the land. So there's this sense of coming and going. There's a little bit of movement around balance, and it could be, especially with Saturn and Neptune, this vibration connecting together, it could be material values and spiritual values. So let's have a look at what the crystals are sharing with us. So what I would love you to do is just intuit which crystal, 1, 2, or 3, has a message for me at this moment. Which crystal has a message for me at this moment? And then see what comes to you. All right. So our first crystal is rhodochrosite. And this beautiful energy, rhodochrosite, is very much about healing, love, healing the inner child, connecting with, maybe even connecting with your past as well. There's layers on it, almost like a tree. So if you think of a tree creates these different rings, doesn't it, over time? And it's like that's the same with this piece of rhodochrosite, this beautiful pink. And it's almost as if there's it's not clear, but it's more, what would you say, opaque in the center, or translucent in the center? I can't remember what word that would be. So it's a little bit more, it's almost like jelly-like in the center. Whereas on the outside, you can't see through it as much. And I feel that when we're talking about that 1 foot in the water, 1 foot out of the water, this is the card I'm thinking of. It's called Temperance, or Alchemy, or Art, depending on what deck you're looking at. And that is, this beautiful angel is connecting with the emotions, the emotional life, and is also connecting with the physical life, the physical being, and what's happening in her environment at this moment. So she's connecting to the two. So when we look at this pink, this is very much about your emotions. So it's saying that you might feel sometimes as if you want to escape something in your life, especially this month. And of course it's a Scorpio month, isn't it? So with Scorpio it can be very intense, with that Pluto vibration too, very intense. And I feel with this that it's asking you to dig deep within yourself and find that place where you truly respect and honor and love yourself. And it could be right now that you're feeling more emotional than you would be normally, and that is good, because there's a sense here that it's time for you to move into that emotional place that you maybe have been avoiding, that you've been kind of putting to the back, and now it's time for you to reconnect with that. And part of that reconnection, because what's popping into my head is abundance, is about abundance for you. So abundance of love, abundance of relationships, abundance of financial support, security, etc., abundance of blessings. That's what comes with this beautiful rhodochrosite. And it's layered. There's that layered energy with it. So once you find that one thing comes into your life because you've opened yourself up, there's more things kind of layering on top of each other. I feel as if there's a message coming as well, because it's not going to be the same for everybody, but pink is the color of sound. So communication comes in this, and Mercury is moving in retrograde, isn't it, this month? So it may be that you're waiting for somebody to communicate with you, or you're waiting for a relationship to come in, a soulmate to come in, that love vibration to come in. And I feel that this is just saying, open yourself into this place where you are innocent, where there's purity that's there, purity of the heart. And I feel that if you allow this just to be in this place of love, then that communication is going to be there. It's going to come in. It might be later in the month when Mercury moves direct again. But I feel with this that there's some communication that's coming, and there's a love vibration that's there, love energy. I almost see this like a pen. So it could also be that you're writing something down about love, maybe about a relationship coming in, a soulmate plan. I always love that. All right, number two. Number two, you also have a layered crystal. This is malachite. This beautiful piece of malachite. See how it's dark on one side and light on the other? This is an unusual piece in some respects. It doesn't have all of those layers. They're there, but you don't see them as much. And with malachite, as part of this that I always see as abundance, because I have malachite in my abundance corner, and it always makes me feel kind of like it's grounding it in. There's this sense of grounding it in. And malachite is another stone that works with patterns. When you think of rhodochrosite, that works with patterns. This works with patterns. Our third stone also feels like it works with patterns. So this is a month where we're all working on maybe mindset or working on old patterns that we need to release and let go of. And this could be, again, because of that Neptune-Saturn energy, that it's about looking at our material life and the patterns in our material life and our spiritual life, the patterns in our spiritual life, and what is really working for us at this time, how we're combining those two, what's supporting us. The green, of course, is about the heart, isn't it? That green vibration of the heart energy. And I feel with this, because it's light and dark on both sides, that you will be maybe dealing with a pattern that is about a shadow side of yourself, and dealing with patterns that are about maybe the light side of yourself. It could also be vulnerable. There's a vulnerable aspect to this. That's where my mind is going at the moment. So you may feel as if you're a little bit more vulnerable right now, but it feels good to me. This feels like a good month for you if you chose this stone. There is a sense of opportunities coming up, and especially around finances, green, finances. And it may be that you are breaking patterns around your ability to bring in abundance, financial abundance, prosperity abundance, etc. I feel with this green that there's also going to be a need for you to look at your diet. You wouldn't think that malachite connected with diet, but it's the green that's helping me to connect with that dietary vibration. And I feel almost as if there's a sense of looking at what you're taking in that's making you feel energetically low. Because I feel with this green that it's about balance. And this month there's an energy of balance as well. So finding the balance. So that balance can be in what you're taking in, dietary wise, and what you're taking in fluid wise as well. Maybe you're not taking as much fluid as you need to. So it's just that finding balance for you. I also get this sense with this, it's green, it's nature, that there's a need right now for you to be in nature, to be out in the fresh air. That's going to support your immune system. It's going to support you on every level. I love that. Okay, our final stone is rutilated quartz. So when you look at that, you can see through it. I love this. I just love the rutile quartz. And, it's got these golden lines of the rutile in it. And it's just so shiny and beautiful, and it feels to me, for you, that this is about angelic energy. That's the first thing that comes into my mind, because look at it looks almost like an angel wing, and that's my feeling with it, that you are connecting much more with your spiritual energy, that you're connecting more with your guides, your angels, your spirit team. But it may also be, especially if things like guides and angels are not your thing, then it could also be that you're moving up in the world, that there's a promotion that's there, that there's something around moving to a different level of your being. That's what I'm feeling with this particular stone. And again, there's a pattern that's within it, but it's a little bit confusing because the rutile is all over the place. as it's connecting. So it can be a little bit confusing. It's almost like you need some space in order for you to ground in to what it is you want in your life right now. I feel as if vision is going to be very important for you, and especially towards the end of the year, because we're moving towards the end of the year, and then it's beginning of the year, and then it's like, well, what we're gonna create for 2020, right? What we're gonna create for this next step. And I feel with this that you are starting to sort things out of where it is you want to go, how you want to structure your life materially and spiritually. And I feel with this as well that it's about lightening your load. There's this sense of lightening your load as I look at this crystal. And I feel that with that lightening your load, more golden opportunities come in. Because when you look at the crystal, there's these golden little pieces in there. And part of that golden energy, it feels like networking. That you're going to be connecting more to people. And those people are not just local, it feels global. And I feel like I want to say one final thing with this, that technology might be an issue for everybody with Mercury retrograde. But I feel with this that you might get a little bit frustrated around emails going missing, or your phone kind of doing something strange, or your computer suddenly turning off and turning back on. There's just a sense of something going on with technology around this particular stone. And it could also be, again, because of that Mercury vibration, that communication is misinterpreted. So be mindful of what you're putting out, what you are communicating, and how you're wording things, because I feel that with this there's almost a sense of it could get misconstrued. So just be mindful of that. It doesn't have to be a negative or anything like that. It's, when you are in this place of understanding something, when you are forewarned, then it gives you power, doesn't it? So then you can take action. And that's what I feel this is about as well, taking action. Okay, that's it for this month's crystal messages. Let me know how you like just the crystals, a little bit of astrology and a little bit of numerology as well. I love to do different things, of course, but at the moment it feels like the crystals really want to speak. So I want to share with you whatever it is they want to share. Remember that I have a crystal oracle that, even though it's for 2019, it is always relevant, because you can work with that oracle at any time. So make sure you pick that up. And I will see you next month with another crystal messages video. Bye for now. Bye.